Hi, my name is Cheryl and I work on the digital inclusion team at the Nashville Public Library. Today I'm going to be talking with you about how you can read and listen to books using your Android tablet or your Android phone. These kind of books are called eBooks or electronic books, and the library has this wonderful app named Libby that lets you put these kind of books on your device. Libby has a lot of really cool features. You can download it on all your devices and have access to the same wonderful collection of books as well as all the books that you have checked out using Libby. If you bookmark your page, it'll even save your page across your devices. You can download items with Libby. That means taking them off the internet and putting them on your device so that you no longer need the internet to enjoy them. You can also listen to audiobooks in your car using Libby, and you can use Libby with Kindle. However, the coolest thing of all about Libby is that it gives you access to this wide collection of books 24/7. And I looked this morning and there were over 99,000 books available for checkout. So with that kind of a collection, you're never going to have a problem finding something really good to read. Now let's talk about what you need in order to have Libby on your device. Of course, you need your Android phone or your tablet or both. You'll need your library card. If you don't have one of those and you're a Davidson County resident, in just a second, I'm going to tell you what you can do to get one. You'll need the Libby app, and I'm going to show you how to download that. And then you're going to need internet access, and that's to download the app and to download items. Now, if you don't have a library card, one of the ways you can get one is to go to our website. That's library.nashville.org. And on the home page in the upper right corner, you can tap where it says Get a Card, and that's going to walk you through the steps of getting a digital access card. You can also get a library card through the Libby app, and in just a minute I'll point that out to you. Now, I'm going to go kind of slow, so I'd love for you to follow along if you'd like to. So if you want to turn your device on and go to your home page, and next we're going to tap on the Play Store. And then we're going to tap at the top where it says Search for Apps and Games. And then we're going to type in the word Libby. And then we're going to tap on the little search icon that's on your keypad. And that's going to bring up the Libby by Overdrive app. If it doesn't come at the top, just kind of look around and make sure you get the one that says Libby by Overdrive. Now we're going to tap Install. And then Libby wants our permission to access the location, the photos, the media, and the files. So I'm going to tap Accept for that. And then I'm going to give Libby a little time to install, hopefully just a few seconds, so maybe up to a minute. And then I'm going to tap Open to open the app. The next time you don't have to go through all these steps, but you'll see the Libby head on your device and just tap that and it'll take you right to Libby. Okay, now I need to sync my Libby account with my library account. So the first question Libby wants me to answer is, do you have a library card? And I'm going to answer yes. Now, if you don't have a card yet, you would tap Not Yet, and Libby would tell you how to get one. Next, I'm going to tap I'll search for a library. And then I'm going to put in my zip code. And that's going to bring up some branches. But I really want to choose the main branch. That's the one with the 615 Church Street address. You usually have better success if you choose the main branch. Okay, and then I'm going to tap Enter Library Account Details. And then I'm going to put in my library card number. And I'll tap Next. And then I'm going to put in my PIN. And for most people, their PIN is going to be the last four numbers of their telephone number. If that doesn't work for you and you can't remember another PIN, you can always call us at the library and we'll be happy to help you reset it. Now tap Sign In. And this is what your Libby library card looks like. Now you can see by looking at this one, there's nothing checked out on that one, so we need to change it. So let's go into the app so we can see what we can check out. So I'm going to tap Next. And this is the home page. Now there are three little buttons I want to show you that help you to navigate. It's really the three buttons you'll use the most. So if you look at the bottom, the first one says Library, and that shows you everything that you can check out, and that's where we're at right now. The second button says Shelf, and that takes you to where your items are that you have checked out. And the third button is going to show whatever you're currently reading. So it's kind of handy for you just to tap one button to bring up your book. Now we're going to talk about how you can search for a specific item or a specific author. I'm going to tap that little search icon in the upper left corner. And then I'm going to tap in that, again, the little search icon, and that's going to bring up my keypad. And then I'm going to type in whatever book that I'm looking for. And then I'm going to hit the search icon on the keypad. And then that's going to bring up the things that match my search. And I can swipe up if they're to see more items that match my search, but I see what I'm looking for right now. Now I want to bring your attention to one little thing here. Do you see where those earbuds are under that one book and it says audio? That signifies that this is an audio book. So if you don't see that, it means it's a text-based book. Okay, now I'm going to pick something to check out. So I'm going to tap on it. And then I'm going to get a little summary about the book so it'll help me decide if I want to check it out, which I do. So I'm going to tap borrow. Now I can decide how many days I want to check the item out for. It'll default to 21, so if I don't check don't specify anything, it'll give it to me for 21 days. However, I can choose 7, 14, or 21. If I'm a fast reader, I might want to choose 7, and that way the book goes back to the library faster and it gives access to another patron. If I'm a slow reader, 21 is probably a better option, which that's me, I'm the slow reader. And one of the cool features of Libby is that on that 21st day, it'll automatically take the book off your account without you ever having to hit a single button. So now I'm going to tap borrow. And I can read with Kindle or Libby, and I'm going to use Libby today. And now my book is going to download. So when that little line goes all the way around the circle and a check appears, that means my book's downloaded. So now I don't need the internet to enjoy the book. Now I'm going to tap open book. There's my book. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can turn pages. You can tap on the right side, that'll turn the page, or you can swipe to the left. I like to swipe. Okay, and now if I want to go backwards, I do just the opposite. Now, there are some settings that I can go to. Let me just tap in the center of the book and bring up those settings. And at the bottom, if I tap where it says chapter, that's going to bring up all the chapters, so if I want to bounce around in the book. Now, at the top in the upper right side, there's 4 icons. The first one is a search icon, so if I tap there, it'll let me search for something particular in the book. Next to it is the A for appearance, and if I tap this, it controls how the book appears. And you know that text could be a bit bigger. Let me see if I can go in there and change that. Let me tap that A. Now, if I slide that little small white box to the right, it's going to make my text bigger. Oh, that's better. And if I slide it to the left, it'll make it smaller. Now, underneath that are some lighting features that you can experiment with. So now I'm going to tap the book again. And that brings me back to the book, but I have a couple more settings, so I'm going to tap it in the middle, and now I'm going to bring up those last 2 settings. The next one is for bookmarks and highlights, so I can tap there to see all the pages that I bookmarked and I highlighted. The very last one is what I would tap if I want to bookmark a page. Now, if I'm reading in the same device every time, I don't have to do this because Libby will do it for me automatically. She'll always save my place. But if I'm reading across devices, I'll need to do this so that she'll save my place across devices. Okay, now if I wanted to read the book, I would tap in the middle and that would take me back to the book. But I'm going to tap the back arrow because I want to go back to the home page. Because I want to show you other ways that you can look for books. You can tap right here where it says browse. And that's going to take you to different categories that you can look for books in. And then I'm going to hit my back arrow to go back to my home page. And I'm going to show you the way that I like to browse. I always like to see whatever the Libby librarians have picked to feature. So I kind of like to look around and then I can swipe up and I can see what's new, what's popular. And this is where I can see all the bestsellers. Now, chances are if I want one of these books, I'm probably going to have to put a hold on it, but that's okay. I will get my item and Libby will tell me how long I have to wait or give me an estimate of how long I have to wait. And the last category is what's available. And this is my favorite category because if I'm browsing, I want to find something right now. So this only shows me things that are available. Okay, now let's look at our shelf. And this is where we put all the items you have checked out. And you can see I have a couple items checked out. One is an audiobook and one is a text-based book. And if I look next to the book, there are 3 things I want to show you. The first one, it says open, so I would tap there if I wanted to open the book. Underneath that, it says manage loan. If I tapped there, I could return the book early, or I could even renew the book. And below that, it tells me how many more days I have left on the loan. Now, if there's anything that you were to want to know more about Libby, if you had any specific questions, you could tap on that little Libby head in the upper right corner, and that's going to bring up a menu. And if you look in the middle, it says help and support, so you can tap different places to ask specific questions or just to get general information. Well, I hope now you're motivated to go out and download Libby and start reading lots and lots of books. That's what my friend Charlene did. And if you have any questions for me about how to download Libby or how to use it, or just any questions about technology, please send me an email at librarydigitalinclusion@nashville.gov. My name is Cheryl. I work at the Nashville Public Library, and I wish you happy reading.